Good evening to you. I'm meteorologist Meg Ryan. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad to be here, and we're going to have some fun talking about the weather tonight. We've had some interesting things come up in weather this week. Oh, let me get this working again. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. I'm going to put my glasses on, and that's going to help me a lot. Let's see if we can get, there we go. Sorry about that. That's what happens. That's why I gotta wear my glasses. But let's take a look at where we've been this week. I always kind of like to see where we've been to understand kind of where we are. And last Tuesday, 52 degrees. That's actually where we should be for this time of the year. Then we saw these above average temperatures for the past week. And then yesterday, we actually got a little bit below 50 degrees. And then if you have not seen what today's high temperature is, I think you're going to be a little surprised. And let's look at how temperatures fared for today. We got as low as about 39 degrees right after midnight. You can see the temperatures really started to fluctuate a little bit, but by the middle of the afternoon, we're back into the middle 60s for those high temperatures. And here it is. Here's the almanac. So we start off with the clouds, and we did see some light rain this morning. So precipitation-wise, look at that. 0.01 inches of rain, so we did officially get at least 1/100th of an inch of rain, and our official high temperature today is 66. The average high is 51. So yeah, we're running 15 degrees warmer than where we should be for this time of the year, and not far off from that record high, 69 degrees back in, was that 1990? Again, I don't have my glasses on. So yes, near record warmth is what we saw today, and we are not done with this warm weather. Right now in Greensboro, it is 60 degrees, winds out of the southwest about 6 miles per hour. The other thing you'll notice, though, is that dew point is 43. What we've been seeing lately are dew points in the teens, so much more humid air in addition to it being warmer as well. Temperatures around the area right now, 60 in Greensboro, 64 in Winston-Salem. Reedsville's down to 57, as is Stoneville. Walnut Cove at 59, 59 also in Asheboro, and Lexington's holding on to the 60s at 61 degrees. And I always love to compare temperatures, compared to yesterday. Look at that, 15 to 20 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday at the same time, and that includes Boone and Jefferson as well. So the mountains also seeing this big increase with temperatures. It was a breezy day today, not as windy right now, just about 5 to 10 mile per hour sustained wind speeds. And of course, the mountains, they typically see windier conditions, sustained wind speeds of 24 miles per hour right now in Boone, and a wind gust of 35. But what we saw in terms of our highest gusts today, between about 20 and 25 miles per hour overall, but Boone saw a 44 mile per hour wind gust, Jefferson a 55 mile per hour wind gust. So it wasn't as breezy as what I initially thought, but it definitely kicked up a few leaves out there, and we're not going to be breezy tomorrow like what we saw for today. We'll take a look over the next 12 hours. Skies will remain clear, but because of that extra humidity, that's going to keep temperatures a little bit on the warmer side. So I'm thinking upper 40s to right around 50 degrees for the morning. So let's take you hour by hour. Tonight, we're still looking at those clear skies, and in the morning, we're looking at those upper 40s, low 50s, but you can see the clouds are staying at the mountains and off to the west. By the afternoon, skies remain clear. A few clouds build in, and by Wednesday night, we're cooling down to the 50s. But check out Christmas morning. So here it is, 6:05. If you missed it, we actually had a few isolated light rain showers on the map. So it is possible that we could see some sprinkles, some light rain. Most of this is isolated, it's scattered, it's light. It's not going to have a big impact on your Christmas morning. In fact, if I'm going to go ahead and advance it, you can see the moisture's pretty much out of here after the sun comes up. So when the kids want to go outside and play with their new toys, it'll be great to do it, especially since temperatures will be warming up into the upper 60s for yet another day on Christmas Day. It's not going to feel like Christmas, but I think you'll be able to enjoy it a little bit better. So clear skies across the area now. Take a look at a little travel weather, little rain showers out over Tennessee, out to our west, but most of the southeast is looking dry. Northeast is seeing some light snow up through New England, the Boston, New York area, upstate New York, Vermont, and then in the middle portion of the United States, looking clear, but heading out to the west, well, that's where we see a little bit more in terms of that wet weather. They have that atmospheric river, which is bringing heavy rain and flooding to portions of California, Oregon, and Washington state as well. Tomorrow's going to be another warm day for us and for much of the southeast, and especially the middle portion of the United States, where they could see some record-breaking temperatures. The cold air is staying well up to the north, hugging the Canadian border, and most of us are seeing these warmer temperatures. And here's one of the main reasons why. You can see that ridge out down to our south and west. That ridge is helping to bring up that warmer, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico, from the south. But we have a big weather pattern change starting early next week. It's going to flip the script. Big dip in the jet stream. That's going to bring in some much colder air. And you're going to be shocked when you see the 7-day forecast. When you compare where we are this week to what we're seeing on Monday and Tuesday, big change with those temperatures. So we're going to keep in these above average temperatures for the next couple of days. Wednesday, Thursday, still upper 60s. Friday's kind of a speed bump. We'll see temperatures drop to about 56, and then we're back into the upper 60s as we head into Saturday. We do have a few rain chances on here. Thursday, that's that light rain isolated that we talked about very early on Christmas morning. It's not going to have a big impact on your weather, on your life. And that's really going to be the case for Friday and Sunday as well. We have rain chances in here, but they're light rain chances. We're not looking at large amounts of rain. I think altogether the estimated total is about 1/10 of an inch all in. But we did see a little bit of rain today, 1/100th of an inch of rain, and we continue to be in that moderate drought. So we will take basically whatever rain we can get. So what we did get this morning was at least enough to water the plants and help with that as well. Looking ahead to December 29th to January 2nd, looking like below average temperatures, and that's going to coincide with some below average rainfall as well. I want to skip ahead and take a look at that 7-day forecast so we can see what we're going to be looking at. I'm going to take myself off. So there's those above average temperatures for Wednesday and Thursday. Friday is a cool down at 56. We're back into the 60s for Saturday and Sunday. And then Monday, we're talking about 44. And then on Tuesday, only 36. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. This is my last day for a little while. I'll be back in January, but I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Stay safe, everyone.